was
Right, hi.
fantastic, actually.
Sorry for the short delay today, and
It was wonderful.
first and foremost, I want to apologize for the delay once again in transmission today. It was due to, as usual, not as usual, so it's not going to be a pattern. A few technical issues. Today, just want to welcome all our fans to today's live event and live show. I want to say thank you for all the fans that has been sending, good messages, thanking me, thanking us for the kind of package that we've put together. We believe that we are using this as a wake-up call for Nigerians abroad, Nigerians overseas, Nigerians in UK, Nigerians in US, Nigerians in Europe, and every other places that they are apart from Nigeria. And those of you that are in Nigeria, if you want to participate, there's nothing wrong in contributing. But today we will be talking about the windows, aluminium windows in Nigeria. Okay. First and foremost, I want guys, if you have any concerns about the projects that you have, concerns about what your contractor is doing at the moment and you're not happy about it, feel free on this forum to be able to, we will be able to iron it out. And if you're not, if you want to do it discreetly, my number is at the bottom there, is +44 782 554 3535. Okay, right. Today we'll be talking about aluminium windows. We're going to be talking about aluminium windows precisely. We have various sizes of aluminium windows. To those of us that are coming into construction for the first time, please feel free to contact me and ask questions. Okay, we have aluminium windows in different sizes in Nigeria. Aluminium windows in different sizes in Nigeria. They come in colors. Most common ones are white. And when you do your building plan, when your architect draws the plan, it all depends on what you yourself want. What exactly do you want? What design do you want? What shape do you want? What type do you want? There are different types of them. There are low profile ones, there are mid-range ones, there are more expensive ones, all in depends on the aluminium they are using. There is a sliding one, there is the one that they call casing. There is a casing, there is a sliding, there is the one that has crystal hole that you can open just like windows, right, that we have in Western world. It all depends on what you want, what you told your architect to do, or what you yourself, if you have seen somebody's house that they have constructed, they have built a house somewhere and you love the design, there's nothing wrong if you tell your architect to design this for you. So today we are going to be talking about the aluminium windows. First and foremost, the standard size. Some people have 1 meter. 1 meter is basically a small, not small window, a medium-sized window. A medium-sized window. And then next to that is 1.5. Okay, next to that size of aluminium window. Next to, bear with me, I just want to show you a picture of what we're talking about aluminium windows. Bear with me. So basically, we're looking at, before you do your aluminium windows, you cannot build a house, okay, without putting safety first. We're talking of the burglar proof. Burglar proof is the metal that the welder will construct depending on the size of your window. Burglar proof is the one that prevents a burglar, a thief, an armed robber, or whatever from, after cutting the window, God forbid bad thing when we build a house, and God forbid bad thing that when you build a house, somebody have already planned to come and break the window. Okay, burglar proof comes in different shapes, in different sizes, because after in your building plan, obviously your architect will have drew something in terms of, in form of. Please keep your question coming. What I'm discussing today is regarding some of the questions we got on during the week. Okay, so this is a shape of burglar proof for a bathroom window. Bathroom window is not always big. Toilet windows is not always big. In fact, this size that you're looking on the show is slightly bigger. Some bathroom windows don't come as big as this, but basically this is a relatively good size for bathroom windows. Of course, the owner of this house have already done his own work. The design of the burglar proof is not bad. There's no way somebody could remove the window and still cut open the burglar proof. It's a very good design, neatly done. It's tight. Even if somebody stretch their hands, they put their heads into this one, they cannot go. So before you, after the construction of the house, you've done the roof. You've done the roof, depending on aluminium long span or Gerard roof. Sorry, bear with me. If you've done the roof, you've done the wind, you've done your basic roof, because you will have done the roof before you start doing the windows. The roof has already been done, and then you have enough money, depending on the number of windows that you have. You have enough money, you will have contracted an aluminium windows guy. They will come, they have to come to the site. If some of them don't work with the plan, if you give them the building plan, they won't know how to they have to go to the site. Even seeing the plan in their hands, some of them don't know what to do about this. Please don't forget the scroll at the bottom. Excuse me. If you are interested in any of the projects or property or land that is scrolled at the bottom, feel free, WhatsApp me or email me. I forgot to put my email there. So WhatsApp me or email me on this. So like I said, after you've done your roof, the roof has been done. Everything has been done. Even before you plaster, before you start the plastering, you can do the window. Just put the money aside, put some money aside. You can start do the window. you can start the project of the window. The roof has already been done, because obviously at this stage, when you are about to give the project of the aluminium or the windows, depending on the kind of windows you've decided you intended doing, if can I just say here, if you're renting the house out, you do not need to put so much investment on windows, not on windows, on aluminium. You want to keep your tenants safe anyway. There's still the mid-range or the low range, which is not expensive. Like I said, this size of window, this is the bathroom size of window. You don't need too big size of window for your bathroom. Okay, so like I said, when you get to the window level to do the window construction, obviously you want to do the burglar proof. That's another type of, it all depends. You have been seeing friends' houses, what they did in their own, or you have a design in mind. The welder will have to create something like this for you. And if I want to say something here, the welder will have to look at the building plan and see what sizes of the windows that you have. They will have to go to the site, measure the window from end to end, from the top to the bottom. And the same thing with the aluminium guy. The aluminium guy will also need to visit the site. They will need to see the site and measure the window, left to right, length and breadth, the height and the bottom. They have to measure it to size. Okay, so that is the aluminium for you. Okay, as I was saying, you got to get the money ready. Once the roof has already been done, you got to get the window, the money aside. You have already put the money for the, you have to raise the money for the window. Otherwise, you put your project down, people will be going in, trespassers will be going in, they will be throwing rubbish into your house. They will maybe next week we're going to talk of some gates, the kind of gates you're going to put in front of your house. Average of gates at the moment is 150,000 naira. Average of window, the low range of the window at the moment, depending on the size, like that of the bathroom one, which this size will only cost you about 40,000 naira. Aluminium window, but they are proof. If I would suggest here, I'm coming to show you something in a minute. Obviously, it's just to tell you the basic stages after the roof has been done. You've got to get the welder before this. Some of them they don't paint it. They will not paint it before they do it. The welder will measure it. The aluminium man will measure it, and they will bring it to the site. The welder don't have to fix the aluminium. Will not fix the burglar proof. They will put it on the site. The bricklayer will fix the burglar proof. Then the aluminium guy will fix a date with your contractor and say they want to come and put the windows there. Okay, right. Depending on what you want, your burglar proof, depending on the size of the window, it depends your pocket, how your pocket is. Some burglar proof are very thin, some are very thick. All right, okay, right. That's the type of design of burglar proof there. Okay, so it all depends on what you want yourself. If it is a place where you want to live in, yeah, you can design it to, you can spend any amount. Okay, so that is just about the burglar proof. Right, this is the aluminium window, the basic size of the normal mid-range size of aluminium window. This window you're looking at here is bigger than 1.5 size. And like I said, the most common color that aluminium windows they use in Nigeria is white, but it doesn't have to come in white. Okay, bear with me. It doesn't have to come in white. Okay, I'll show you another color how it looks like. Okay, bear with me. it could come in this. This is a finished one which has the POP right round. This is a finished one. Like I said, it doesn't have to come in white. It could come in cream. It could come in cream, right? Please invite your friends to come over to come and join the forum. It could come in cream. It could come in cream. It could come in blue. Yeah. Right. This is the cream side, the cream one. This is a 1.5 size of aluminium. I'm coming. There's something I'm going to explain on this image that you're looking at here. Right. I'm coming to that in a minute. I'm coming to something to explain to you. Right. So it doesn't matter whatever size. It doesn't matter whatever color. Okay. You can do it in white. You can do it in cream. You can do it in brown. You can do it in red. You can do it in blue. You know, so it all depends on your taste. Okay. Sorry, bear with me. Right. Sorry, that's the blue one there. Okay. So that is the finished one. Before he got to this stage, they don't have to they don't need to plaster the house. Plastering is the last thing after the window has been fixed, because the cement we have to, because everything must always be buried in the block. Okay, the aluminium we have to be buried in the block. Let me show you how it looks like when it's being fixed before it is being plastered. I'm going to show you. Bear with me. Give me 1 second. Right. This is how it will look like before it is being plastered. It is going to look like this before being plastered. That one, the image you're looking at there is the aluminium window which has been fixed before it is now plastered. Okay, so like I said, this is a mid-range. This size you're looking at here is a mid-range aluminium window. Okay, it has, I don't think the owner has put any burglar. However, what they do in aluminium window, it is a tinted glass. People will not see when somebody is passing in front of the house. Assume the person in the house don't have a fence. It is so tinted that you cannot see what is going on inside the house, but the people inside the house will be able to see you and see your movement around the house. You wouldn't even know if somebody is standing at the back of the window. So when you want to do your windows, make sure that you tell the aluminium guy that I want a tinted glass which passerby will not be able to see me when I'm inside the house. Especially to those of you who are building the house before you do your fence. Obviously, it's more economical when you have a plot of land, or you have half plot of land, or you have a quarter of land, and you don't want to have big money. You can start your project, build your house to a particular appreciable stage before you can think of fence. Now, along the line, when you are building the house, money might be coming gradually. Then you can now think, when you finish the roof and finish the window, then you can now think of the fence. It is, I hope you understand, you get what I mean. These are strategies that has worked for me and has worked for many people. Okay, so when you are building the house, you can think of so many rationale of how to conserve fund. You do the foundation, and let me please point something out here today. Please, when your contractor start work for you, let them send you images, pictures, videos of what they are doing for you. Because recently, during the week, I got a picture and video of a friend property that was being done in Agbawa in Ikorodu. They have reached lintel level. They were about to do the roofing. They just contacted me. They need a good carpenter, and I told them, let me see the images and pictures and video of the house. unfortunately, it was believe me, it was a real shambles. So you have to be very careful here. The lady did not know what they have been doing. All they were doing, they were collecting money, they were taking money, they were buying materials. And when I saw the images, and when the lady saw the images, it was a shocker. They started a foundation with 6 inches block, and they did it up to roofing level. But the only thing that they have not done now is the roof. That's why the lady is looking for a carpenter. Unfortunately, this is a real shambles construction. How can they do a foundation with 6 inches block? How can they build a house to window level with 6 inches block? How can they build a house to the roof level with 6 inches block? No 9 inches block. I don't know. And they were collecting good money from this woman. They were collecting good money from this lady. So don't fall victim of this one. By the time the lady got to know, it was too late. He was too late. It's a 4-bedroom flat. He was too late. So don't fall victim of these hoodlums, these thieves, these 419 contractors or bricklayers. So that's why we set up this forum. Never fall victim. Obviously, the woman has been giving them good money. All right. So unfortunately, he wasn't doing his proper checks. He did not emphasize and insist for them to send pictures and images, because if she had seen pictures and images of videos of the foundation, he would have stopped them. But right now it's too late. So I don't want you guys to fall victim of that. So when you are doing your construction, let them send your video, let them send pictures. By then you'll be able to correct whatever errors that they are doing. Of course, they are doing their work. If you don't query any contractor, anybody can present anything for you, and then in the name of they're doing good job. When I was looking apart from them using wrong 6 inches blocks, they used the setting of the blocks were not accurate. I don't know where they got the bricklayer from. Maybe the person is an apprentice, or somebody like an amateur. If I show you the video, or the picture, you will not want to believe what what they done for the lady. So we don't want you to fall victim. Let's go back to our lovely windows. Like I said, this window is a standard window. It has no bug. It doesn't really show as if there is a burglar proof here. Okay. However, that's not what I'm trying to raise. The point I'm raising here, the point I'm raising is that you do not need to plaster the house before you put your windows. Of course, after the windows, you can then do all other aesthetic. After the window is been installed, either the welder has delivered the burglar proof, and then the aluminium window guys now come in. Sometimes the bricklayer might say they want to install the window for you. Okay, it all depends on the two of them. I decide and work hand in hand as partners. So after the window has been installed, then you are now talking of the POP and the plastering that surrounds the windows, the other aesthetic beauties. Okay, right. If you look at that image there, that is a design for one of our people who know what they are doing, who if you look at the top or the upper part of the window, that's POP design there. There are different kinds of POP. If you look at it properly, it's a POP above with those straight line, and then the POP that surrounds, the square POP that surrounds up, down, right, left, the window. Each of the three windows, we have the same pattern right round the windows, the same pattern right round the window, the middle window, the right window, the left window, and above it is a straight POP design. Okay, so this window was already been fixed before the design that is above it. So the POP above was already done before the window was already been fixed before the plastering. Okay, let me show you the image again. The image was already been, sorry, bear with me, just 1 minute, just 1 second, sorry, 1 second. So like I said, at the top of this window is a pattern of a POP. So if they are talking of POP and you don't know what it means, is a careful, designed, aesthetic, soft plaster, not a plaster, but it's a plaster. It is the building, the wall will have been plastered. Bear with me, let me go back to the other one. Okay, sorry, bear with me. Okay, right. If you look at this rough wall, if you look at it properly, when the window was already been fixed, okay, so after this window was been fixed, then comes the plaster. The plaster is a smooth, soft sand which will be used with cement and plaster. Your contractor, when your contractor is measuring, oh, we're going to do plaster, there are different kinds of plastering. There is smooth, there's a, I can't remember the terminology for it now. 2 types of plastering. There is normal plaster that you're going to put paint on, and then there is a carefully smooth plaster that even if you don't paint the house, when somebody stands from afar, when somebody stands from afar off, it is so smooth, nobody will ever believe that this plaster has not been painted. I will bring the image on this show. If you can come with me on this show, I think maybe next week I will try and bring such images on the window. Please. Oh, good evening. Oh, hi Benson. I didn't check you. Hi Benson. How has been your weekend? Hi Benson. Hi Grill. How has been your weekend today? Depending on where you are. I hope you're feeling good. Now, keep your question coming, guys. Please keep your questions. I've got some couple of guys on the forum at the moment. So any worrying comment, any worrying issue? Oh, Kazim, how are you, bro? How are you, Kazim? How has been your hand? Hi, Kazim. How are you there? How's everything going? Please keep your questions. If you have questions, if you have worries, if you have concern regarding your project or regarding your contractor or regarding the materials that is being oh, sorry, that typographical error. I mean, how is your end there? Right. For roof. Okay. All right. Grill. Oh, thank you, Kazim. Yeah, Grill is asking a question. It's just a digression here. Please do a comparison for me for roofing, long span, step tile, aluminium, which is better. Okay. To be honest with you, step tile is more of a beauty, is of a decoration, and if you do not get a good contractor to install it for you, the beauty will not come out. Now, aluminium long, they are both aluminium long span. They are all long. What we mean by aluminium long span is that it is so long, like how do I put it? It is sometimes about 12 feet long. Both of them are called aluminium long span. There are three types of aluminium long. There's one that they call Cameroon zinc. Please, guys on this forum, do not let anybody tell you this is cheap and go aluminium. I'm warning guys now. Do not go for aluminium Cameroon zinc. It is a cheaper material and it is not good. It doesn't last. Within a year, the roof will be leaking. Please, I am begging of you, if any contractor recommends aluminium zinc, okay, if any contractor recommends aluminium zinc for you, do not go for it. It is cheap, however, it doesn't last. If in fact Nigerite roofing is much better and secured than aluminium zinc, it's just fanciful. Okay, right, let me go back to your question, Grip. Oh, thank you, Kazim. Yeah, this is what his forum. Kazim said he's learning a lot. Yeah, this is what his forum is all about, Kazim. This is what it's all about. We want to dig people out of 419 builders, contractors, family members, friends that pretend to help you, but in the end they are about to swindle you when you don't have an idea of what some of these terminologies are. They can just give you any terminology and expect you to buy it. No, we are not we're not out abroad. We're not outside Nigeria to walk in the snow, to walk with tough conditions, to walk and pay tax and pay contribution, income tax, corporate tax, national insurance, all over, depending on whatever country you are. You pay all these things. All these things have already been removed from your wages before you even get your money, and at the end of the day you raise the money. You're trying to get something done abroad, and some idiots, forgive me of my language, some idiots and 419 don't know the stuff that you go through to get this money. Some of us borrow money from the bank and we sign 4 or 5 years to pay this money. But the good thing is that what we see that we have put our money on is what keeps us going. It is not the best of place, because if Nigeria is very good, we will not come to these countries. However, we found ourselves here. We don't want to lick our wounds. We don't want to be feeling pity or empathize with ourselves. We just have to. We move on. So we want to get people out. So Kazim, you're not. Sorry, bear with me. So we're here. We want you guys to let people know that, look, Nigeria is good. There's no place like home. Okay, let me enough of that digression. Right, great. Please, like I said, there are 3 types of aluminium long span. Okay, there is Cameroon zinc is cheap, but I would recommend have from the review that I've got from Cameroon zinc. It is cheap. It's just coated with color. It comes in red, it comes in blue, it comes in brown, it comes in plain, and it has some pattern. All right. Somebody might buy you Cameroon zinc. They say they want to sell step tile. Step tile is the 3rd grade. Cameroon zinc is light. When they are building, they have to be very careful when they are constructing. So if you don't get a good contractor, a roofer that is good, the edges are very rough when they are finishing it. So they have to. So, however, the disadvantage of this is that it's cheap. Nothing wrong with that. But when they install it, they might install it well. But after a couple of months or after a year or two, there's leakages everywhere, and it starts, crumbling. So that is one thing about long span. The other long span has no pattern. It's smooth, but it has long lines. I hope Green is following me. It has a long line and has pattern. It has a long line. It's all in 12 feet long. So it comes in. I think, I'm not too sure whether it comes in colors or not, but I'm familiar with the plain ones. So it's cheaper to step tile. Step tile is the higher grade of aluminium long span. It has pattern step by step. That's why they call it step tile. It has pattern in the middle up to the end. So they all cut them. It has pattern. How do I describe it? It's got a pattern like the Europe or Western world roof. But no, they use industrial scissors to cut them to shape when they get to the places where they want to do the roofing. The carpenter has already done the wooding, so the wood pattern is not close. The wood when they do the wood, there's so wide that the aluminium, they just stretch it from head to toe. So the step tile is more expensive than the pattern design. Yes, thank you, agree, thank you for that. However, they have the thickness sizes as well. Apart from the Cameroon zinc that we're talking about, I will not suggest or recommend Cameroon zinc to guys that are abroad. You have worked hard, you want to see something, you don't want to cry over what they have built for you. So Cameroon zinc, ignore that. Okay. Yeah, the pattern one, thank you, green, is more attractive. But however, they have thickness grade. The grade comes from 0.33 and then 0.45, then 0.57 or 0.58 or 0.75. So the more the point goes up, that's the thickness. However, if you are investing, you're renting the property out, you don't have to buy the top end 0.75. You can do the mid-range, which is 0.45, obviously. But still, if you do not get a good roofer, it doesn't matter whether you bought step tile. The step tile always expose the skill of a bad roofer. The long span that is straight doesn't really expose a bad roofer. But because the design is somebody who doesn't have attention to details or is not careful, is rushing your project, the step tile will not be done properly unless you get somebody who major in step tile. Okay, all right, so much of that. I'm going to carry on with today's topic. Thank you guys, thank you. Bring all your friends to this show. Let's carry on, let's try and march on, move on. We're going to succeed together, all of us that are abroad. That's the main focus. Main focus of living Nigeria is to improve our lives and to better our lives financially, and not to stay abroad forever, but just to go home and do something. Opportunity that other people don't have, we want to seize advantage of that and get it done. Okay, all right. Let me go back to the today's issue. We are talking about sorry, bear with me, I'm having some little itches here. So like I said, you got to plaster that first. You got to install the roof. The roof has been done. Then the window aluminium casing is done. Now this one that you are seeing here There's aluminium casing. The one, this one is the one that they push out, just like you're opening and closing. But then there is a sliding ones. The sliding ones, I don't have the image of the sliding ones today. Okay, I'm hoping that next week, when I'm making a kind of reference back to what we have done, I will be able to explain further. Okay, so we have talked so much about the burglar proof. It all depends on what you want to do. Okay, so that is a standard. We just put it together. So 1.5 is a normal standard. It's not too small and is not too wide, because if you're investing your money, you want to rent your property out, you don't have to do too expensive. There are low grades of the window. There is the one that they push sliding. Obviously it has mosquito net, which has already been built in it. This one also must have mosquito. So when you are doing your windows, when you are about to contract your windows out, make sure that you tell the guys that you want mosquito net already installed with it. Okay, bear with me. Let me see if I'm able to get, sorry, bear with me. So this is the one of the windows that already been, the plaster has been done. They haven't done the POP. They haven't done any other aesthetic beauty. They've done the window, the aluminium window. It's not the sliding one, it's the push out one. Okay, so let me give you right. These ones are also, these are the making. They already done the window. You can see that they are all tinted glasses. Okay, so yeah, this one that you see now, okay, let me come back to that. Sorry, this one that you see here now is, there's something I want to quickly talk about. This, please look at this image very well. All right, look at this image very well now. Okay, right, this image, you see the line, the straight vertical metal, the straight vertical metal. Now this is very expensive. What I mean by expensive is that your burglar proof is already been embedded. Your burglar proof, you do not need to see. This is 2-in-1 windows. This window has already, the welder has already embedded the burglar proof inside these aluminium windows. So you do not need to go and spend separately for a welder to construct a new another separate burglar proof. Burglar proof, to those of you that's just joining us, this window that you're looking at here is quite expensive. This has average of 70,000 to 80,000 naira. You do not need to do a burglar proof. This horizontal, these vertical lines are already been insulated. Has already been installed. This stands as the burglar proof. When I was in the aluminium window shop a couple of months ago in Nigeria, I tried to look at, there's a hole above this iron rod of 16 mm. I'm going to explain this maybe in future. 16 mm is the iron rod which is used to do your decking. 16 mm rod is the iron rod that is used to do burglar proof. 16 mm rod is used sometimes to do your pillar before the decking is done. So this vertical pipes is just covering the iron rod 16 mm. They don't want it to be dirty. This is neat. Inside these vertical long 3 lines, inside these vertical lines, this vertical you see the window has been opened to the left, and those vertical lines are the iron rods are sitting inside this vertical white aluminium. So when the thief comes, when they already, because a thief is always, if a thief wants to come, they is always arrive from inside the house. So, but when the house help or somebody wants to penetrate into people's houses, and they already know that, oh my God, this man did not. When they test the window, they realize that, oh my God. Well, even when they cut it, well, as soon as they cut the white aluminium, the next thing is 16 iron rod, so they cannot go any further, so they cannot enter your house. Now, the reason why they do things like this is to keep the whole place, the whole window very clean and neat, instead of them to now start digging all the edges of the blocks that some people have used 6 inches for their window, 6 inches blocks, or even if it is 9 inches block that they have used, you now have to be creating holes. Okay, so those of you who want to see my face again, sorry. So now the reason why I this one is the one that I have recommended, which I'm doing for the project, or some of the videos which you saw on my channel. The window, we've already done 8 windows. So when we get to that stage, I'm going to show you. So this window, you do not need to buy. Let your contractor not lie to you. You do not need to do an additional burglar proof. Once you tell your aluminium guy that I want the one that has burglar proof already embedded, okay, you have to tell your contractor, I want the burglar proof that I want the window that has already pre-installed burglar proof iron rod. Then the window will come like a complete unit. It will come like a complete unit for your flat or for your house. It will come. That's what I'm saying, Kazim. You do not need burglar proof after that one is done. It comes directly together with the burglar proof, and then they will install. So when you are doing your own house, you say, okay, because their prices are different, it's more expensive. Let me be honest with you. 4 windows of 1.5 meter. 4 windows. Yes, I'm coming here, Kazim. There are different shapes. It all depends. But the most important thing is that the iron rod is already been embedded into these aluminium windows. So you do not have to start digging or start creating holes underneath wall, which they have already done. Okay, this one will just come ready-made windows together with burglar proof. Okay, so let me see if I get some of the images here. All right, bear with me. It all depends on what this one here is at the back of it. The windows is tinted glass. You cannot see what is happening inside the house. The person inside the house will see what is going on outside. Okay, so like I said, it all depends on how your architect has designed your window. Okay, so look at this now. Look at the finishing. Look at the finishing of this window. Who doesn't like good thing? Tell me, who doesn't like good thing? Yeah, this is somebody who did that house that you're seeing there. It's a good thing. Like when you finish your house, this is how it should look like. This is somebody's design. Your design doesn't have to be like this. All right, you what you have in your head, right? Yeah, Kazim. So what the design you see here is all about what the person, like if you look at the top, the POP, I'm still going to do a forum on POP, different kinds of POP, different designs, how much it is, how much you can pay before you get yourself, and let somebody not do a POP, and before you know it, when they start living there, the things start dropping in the middle, or start leaking water. Okay, so that's a beautiful one, right? So like I said, it all depends on what you want as an individual. So that is one. That one don't have aluminium, doesn't have you can see the plain one. Anybody who does that kind of window will need a burglar proof. But if you know what you want, you tell the aluminium guy, I want my burglar proof to already have, I want my window to already have my burglar proof. So I want it neat. It will just come in and bam, and they will fix it, and then they just start doing the POP. Okay, so let me go to another. Aha, look at that. That is the one that, look at it, you could see it's a cream color. That's one of the images of the one that we are going to put in the video of the flat that you have, that you see on the forum. Okay, 4 of these and 2 windows for the bathroom windows has cost between 230,000 naira. The aluminium window, the burglar proof embedded in it, right, has cost 230, and 2 toilets. Remember, I show you the size of the toilet. It doesn't have to be. Toilet window is a small window. You see how neat it is. That's cream color. It's not white. That is cream color. For 4 of these, this is 1.5 meter. It's a standard window for bedrooms, for living room, for kitchen. You can use the normal standard kitchen, bathroom. Master bedroom can be slightly bigger, but those vertical pipes, they have very solid iron rod. They have solid iron rod that when the thieves sees this, they will move back. Okay, so we are looking at how people can have their ideas, what they want, showcase it in what they are designed, what they want. Okay, so that is that. Look at it, and then also remember to tell them that you want them to put mosquito net. Mosquito net. If you look at that picture, they have covered it. They don't want it to scratch. They will install it like this. When they install it, they will not peel. After they've already done the painting of the house, then they will remove the cover. So, and the aluminium window will remain clean till when you decide to move, or when your tenant decides to move. You don't have to go and pay somebody else to start cleaning the cement, the small little cement and sand that's already fallen. So the aluminium, the windows are wrapped. Tell your contractor that, look, when you are delivering my windows, it has to be wrapped. I don't want it exposed, because they are not moving into that property yet. Okay, so you tell them all the things that you say. You must tell them. Okay, you have to tell them. So look at it. The metal is already embedded. Now, not many people put big burglar proof in the front of their house anymore, like a prison yard. Nobody does that anymore. You put burglar proof everywhere, like a prison yard. Obviously, you have a big gate downstairs. Your fence is very high. So why would you go and put something ugly burglar proof in front of your bedroom? Yeah, like somebody who's in a prison yard. Okay, so that is the blue one. That one, though, it all depends on the color you want. Like I said earlier on, it all depends on the color you want. So keep working hard, keep doing very well. We will together make the possibility of a project and investment we want to do back in our country. Okay, so let me see if I've got any other thing that I need to show you before we round off for today. Keep your questions coming, your concerns. Obviously, price is stable at the moment. That is the one. You can see that that one is wrapped up. That's a plain one. That's a bigger window. So that's a design. Okay, so that's been patched up before the POP, right? That's been cemented after the window has been installed. You see, and those are the sizes there. Let me just give you a rough check back. That's the blue window. That's the normal one with the burglar proof. That's the one with burglar proof installed already. That's the one with the same one. Okay, that's the one with the net and burglar proof. That one has no net, it's just a tinted glass. Yeah, that's a finished one, which is beautiful. Seriously, I would recommend that POP. If you get a good POP man, they will do this design for you very well. They will definitely do that. So please, if you have any concern today, my friends, please come. Okay, you want to do some decorative paint, right? What do you mean by decorative paint, Kazim? Can you explain that? Is it POP you're talking about, or a kind of a pattern or something? Please let other people, let us share your idea. Okay, please, let's share your idea. Jeff, I've not seen you on today. Jeff, where are you? Bear with me. Who's that? Okay, bear with me. Oh, sorry. I've explained to Grill about the step tile. However, if God bless you, well, God bless you, you want to do a better roofing, I think general roof, it's quite expensive, but if the size of the property is quite huge, right, or you are investing in, you want to rent it out, there's no point you doing general roof. So this beautiful window, this is what you intend to okay, what's the, sorry, Kazim, the block style sign on the house. Oh, that's what it's called. That is POP. Kazim is POP. If you see a very good person, that's POP. Kazim, that is a very neatly done POP. If you tell your contractor, or if you want us to get you or recommend you the workman that will do that, that is a POP. That is not, although if you can do a pattern like that, but it has to, if it's going to cost you money, that you have to put some iron rod inside it. But to do iron rod is going to cost you more money apart from that of lintel. It has to be done right from the beginning, before they even plaster the house. It has to be done with part of the block. But if once the window, you don't have to spend money to do that. If you get a good POP man, Kazim, they will do the cast. It's a cast. They do the wood right round and prepare the sand, soft, smooth sand. They use with a particular type of cement, and they do it, and it's neat and it's very solid. So it won't cost you as much as you do it together with the block on the wall. It will not cost you as much as that. But if you get a good POP, but if you get the same thing, if you get a bad POP man, same thing. If you get a bad POP man, you will not get it as neat as that. A bad POP man will not let the beauty of the top part of it is a pattern of POP. Then the bottom, the same pattern that is above the house is at the bottom, above the window is the one at the bottom of the window. Then they now you can see that they join. If you look at the edges on the left, that pattern of that POP that looks like a slanted into that window square. So it's a POP. It's a good POP man that did that. So it's a good POP man who did that. All right. So let me just try and, for those of us that are probably just that joined, that did not see the beginning of those pictures, let me move back a bit. That's the rough edge before the POP. Look at the finishing. If you get a good contractor that does a good thing, this is how your house should look like. Although the color, the paint also brightens the design. If the color is dull, it probably will not bring the beauty of it out. Okay, so that's how the beginning of it. Yeah, that's not too bright. Like I said, that's the one with the burglar-proof. You do not need to get a service of by a welder. Those ones already have burglar-proof installed in them. It's quite expensive. Like I said, four windows with 4 windows with the burglar-proof embedded in it, with the mosquito net already created down it, with the seal, with installation, 4 of 1.5 windows, not with 2 bathroom windows, at least 6 windows, 220 or 230,000 naira, which is not too bad. That completes a whole flat windows. Okay, so let me go back to other ones. Right, that's another beautiful one there. Okay, imagine you coming to do burglar proof. How raw burglar proof will first be. Look at the burglar proof. You first do burglar proof before you now do a window. Okay, you first do burglar proof before doing a window. Before putting one of these in, you first do those metal burglar proof. When you first do burglar proof, it's not looking beautiful. Or you do one of these, one on the left. This is a burglar proof, and they carry it and they start chiseling, making holes, more holes, and making the property to be weakened, making more holes, do holes left, do holes right, do holes up, do holes down, and then when they put it, they have to now be shocking it, and the house, the building is getting weaker and weaker. So why not do the ones that is already got the burglar proof already? All right, these ones, they already got the burglar proof. So that's the reason why I'm saying that you need to be sure of what you want. You need to be very, very sure of what you want. We got questions today because I will soon be rounding up. Okay, I need your questions, and if you please subscribe. If you have not subscribed, please tell friends. And this forum, we are selected Nigerians that are based abroad. We work hard, and we want us to not. We don't want a surprise. We don't want you to have surprises. We don't want you to have shocker. We don't want 419 contractor or 419 family members, 419 uncles, 419 brothers, 419 friends. We don't want them to get your hand. Now winter has started in Europe. So those of you in Canada, you know what I mean by winter. There's no winter. The winter of Europe is not comparable to the winter of Canada or Eastern Europe. People during this winter period, if we are to choose, nobody wants to work during winter. You pay for the heating bill, the gas bill goes up. You have to make sure you do that. If not, you will freeze to death. So with all this, working hard, looking after your family, making sure that you do the right thing in the country. Patch my mom's house because they did a bad job because of poor job. Yes, that's what you will have to. We need to avoid this burglar proof. They will be chisel, breaking walls. Some days, sometimes when they start making holes here and there, they will not tell you. The block will crack. He will crack. There can be subsiding, and they will not tell you. They will cover it up. So, but if you emphasize, if you insist and say, look, I don't want to do burglar proof. I want a direct installed burglar proof already embedded in the aluminium window, and they just bring it like that, and they seal it. No burglar, no thieves. Let me be honest with you. It's not. I looked at it because I went to go and test it. I went to that. I saw with my eyes. And I won't tell you what I did not experience here because I have conscience. I will not advise you on what that has not worked for me. I went there and they finished the window, and I am the kind of person I like good finishing. I don't like when holes. Even when they were already building the house, there are holes already because they have to climb the windows. They have to, when they want to do the lintel, there's no 10-foot contractor that his hands will reach. So each stage, when before, after the window level, the house start getting higher and higher. So they need ladder they need things that they will stand on. Contractors or builder or bricklayers need something they stand on. So what they stand on, they have to make holes on all the walls or the bricks. If you don't use 9 inches, you are in trouble. If you use 6 inches, when they make holes straight away like this, the blocks start cracking. They start cracking right from that. Now imagine they do that, they finish that, they now want to put burglar proof. Okay, they need to do that holes again. So obviously, because we are abroad, a lot of things are covered. They cover it with cement, they cover it with everything. You just see the good house until one day this is subsiding. So I will recommend things like this. Is a complete unit. Like I was saying, I was in the place where they were fixing this. The iron rod that is in that vertical lines, though no thief unless you bring a machine, electric machine, to cut it to the. But by the time they bring electric machine, they will wake everybody up and they cannot steal anything. They have to get electric cutter to cut this open. All right, so you have to be sure what you have worked hard. You want to see good things, what your money has done for you. So that is the why I'm emphasizing on this seriously. Okay, so it all is up to you. It is definitely up to you. In fact, I'm getting ready to go to work soon. Dress in my bro, good. You are very hardworking. Well done. Don't worry. All you need to do, Kazim, you are a good, diligent, conscientious, hardworking guy. And you are going to make it. I can guarantee you that. Anybody who likes good thing and who wishes people well will always, let me be honest with you, those people that are abroad, that are working hard, they were not lazy in Nigeria before. Because if you are lazy back in Nigeria, when you get abroad, you will get lazy. So for you to be hardworking, look at the time in UK now. This is 9:20 p.m. So announce you are going to work now. I don't know what the time it is in Canada now. Obviously, it's about 5 hours behind. You are working on a Sunday. Somebody will say, "Buy me iPhone. Buy me picture phone that has camera. Buy me." Some of us don't even use iPhone, but they ask for iPhone. Well, they don't know how hardworking we are. So Kazim, thanks for work. Thanks for coming. Please, when they are doing your home, your house, tell them you want a ready-made aluminium window that has the what's it called, the iron rod. So like I was saying, I was at that company that are producing the aluminium window. So I make sure that what they said they put inside that metal, inside that vertical lines, the metal is 16 inches, 16 mm rod. This is what they use for decking. So there's no way somebody will come in and pull that away and then enter the house. It's impossible. So these are the things, as like we said, for those of you who are just joining, we're just talking about the windows. The window we have talked in the past about foundation, about the materials you need for foundation, about the number of blocks you need, about the stage, the number of the coaches that you need to top. Then we talk about roofing, and then we're now talking about the windows. So like I said, this is no need for you to now to do burglar proof first. It's no need. This is burglar proof. Why would you do this before you, and it's making your house to weak and weak? Why don't you do a complete aluminium casing that has the burglar proof already embedded in it? Look at it. You will first and foremost do a metal like a prison. You know, when you already have a 12 feet wide and 8 feet tall gate. How are they going to jump the gate? They cannot jump the gate. They dare not try it. Okay, so but it's up to you. In the end, it all depends on your pocket. Okay, it all in the end depends on what you have. And but is Kazim. So it's 2.2221. It's about hang on. It's about 7. You're 7 hours behind. My God. Well done, bro. We will all together invest back in our country. So guys, I think I've been on the show for 1 hour 10 minutes now. It's been a long day. Please, if you have any concern, any suggestions, any worries, please, let's have it. Let's collectively resolve this. I can guarantee you, this forum will raise people's hope, will lift people's hope. Anybody who has already been messed up in the past, the probably family members have swindled, the name of is abroad, they not bring you send money home to you want them to do something for you, but they don't do it. In the end, you work hard, you borrow the money, you send it to them, yet they're not doing what you ask them to do. It is a time. It's not the end of it. Abraham Lincoln several times tried for United States presidency. He never give up until he wins it. So it's a decadence in our people. 1 minute, some people, they are very nice at the beginning. They are very nice with you. They are doing when you send it, but it doesn't mean that they cannot change. 1 minute they are good at the beginning, and then the third time when you send money home to ask them to do something for you, they just disappear. I've told you stories of so many people that have sent money to family members to buy land for them. They never get the land, they never get the money back, they cannot take them to court, they cannot charge them to court. So what happened there? All the money gone, no land, they are still busy paying the money that the hard money or the money they borrow. Some people, it has caused disaffection between husband and wife. The money that they're supposed to pay their rent or pay their mortgage, they're sending it home to in the possibility that if they invest in that money, there will be returns from their money. They didn't get that. Family members go run away with the money. So, but like I said, look at the scroll there. Invest your money wisely. Nigeria at the moment, if you go and look at the indices, there is. I mean, let me be honest with you. I'm going to bring you some statistics on this show. Nigeria is the seventh growing economic country in the world at the moment. Go and Google it. After I think the rate of growth of the economy worldwide at the moment, Nigeria is seventh largest. India is there, Nigeria is there, Russia, I can't remember this, but I know the number 7. Nigeria is ranked 7th in the world at the moment. So if you don't take advantage of this good report and invest in Nigeria, I pray you don't blame yourself after the next 4 years. I have mentioned it here on this forum. 4 years time, when the next World Cup is going to take place in Qatar, where do you see yourself, your family, your investment, your future, your oh hi Leila. Now I've mentioned in the next 4 years, where do you think both your hard working money, your hard earned money, it will take you? The next World Cup is in Qatar. 4 years time, 4 years is enough to project to build a house. 4 years is enough to buy a house. Buy a flat now. To buy land now. Buy the cheap ones, the 400,000, the 500,000. Buy 2 plots, buy 4 plots. If you compare and convert the currency of the country where you are, right, it is nothing to. I know it's not easy to get this money, but if you convert it, you will see that this 400,000 naira job, 400,000 naira land, 500,000 naira land, the 500,000 naira one is 2,000 pounds in UK now. So if you're in UK, so if you're going to convert your own in wherever countries of the world you are, you can borrow money and buy 4 plots and buy 10 plots and buy 15 plots, and then you leave it. The next work, you don't need to wait for 4 years. You do not need to wait for 4 years. Nigeria is a place where you get 100% profit. after you buy something. It's an 100% profit market. It's an 100% profit market. You buy the land today, you go back to the man who sold the land for you tomorrow, you will not buy it at the same price. So don't stop thinking of going to buy land in Lekki. Or of course, if you have land money, you can go to Lekki and buy. You look at those areas that are just developing Nigeria, okay, and invest there. I have mentioned on this forum where a cousin did not tell me, but 15 acres of land somewhere after Redeem in Mowe. Only God knows whether he bought the land for 200,000. And let me tell you, if you are going to buy loads of land, you can drive a bargain. You can drive the bargain price. If you are going to buy 10 plots, obviously they will not sell it for 500,000 naira. The land that is being sold for 500,000 naira, if you are going to buy 10 plots, it's quite possible that they drop the price. If it's a land that you are going that is about 600,000 naira, if you are buying 4 plots or 5 plots, there's possibility that they will drive down. You can drive down the price when you have your money in your hand. So come to think of the indices, the statistics is globally favoring Nigeria at the moment. So take advantage of the good report that is coming out regarding Nigeria at the moment. You don't want to sit on the fence, stand on the fence and watch people who don't live in Nigeria, who come from abroad, and be taking advantage of these indices. I told you in August 2015, a half plot I bought it for 600,000 naira. I will not tell you what is not happening. I will not tell you what has not worked for me. Right, 600,000 naira in 2015. If I'm spending that money every day, I will have finished the money. If I'm spending that, if I go to Nigeria and I stay for 2 months, I will have finished that 600,000 naira. I told a friend, come and buy a land, come and buy half plot. My friend told me, I do not have money. My friend told me, it is not right time for me to buy land. And let me tell you today, this half plot, let me be honest with you, this half plot, bear with me, I've got some. So let me be honest with you, this half plot is now 3.5 million naira today. Now, sometimes some of us, we so much put investment on cars. We put money on big beautiful cars. Right, don't get me wrong, we need cars to go to our places of businesses of interest. We need to transport our family and everywhere. However, but you do not need to emphasize so much big money on car, because if you buy a $10,000 car today, or 10,000 pounds car today, or 10,000 euro car today, right, you, by the time you drive it out of the dealer office or you bought it for somebody, you are not going to sell it back 10,000. Every year that car depreciates by 1,000 of that currency of where you bought that money for. So the indices that I'm saying is favoring Nigeria. Nigeria is seventh largest economy now that is growing rapidly. Okay, I mentioned Theresa May of United Kingdom just last month, because of the problem they have in their economy, because nobody knows what is going to happen after the Brexit. You see, the statistics of the world economy is not going to change now. Europe is in turmoil. Venezuela is in turmoil. Turkey is in turmoil. US government also, they are not stable, because if they impeach Donald Trump or anything happens tomorrow, you don't have any investment somewhere you have stored. You don't have anything you can follow that you can resell and make money and use it to do something. So the economy is not going to improve. Things will not get. Look at Italy after the collapse of the bridge. Of that bridge in Italy, it affected the forex in Italy. The stock exchange plummeted, and everybody start panicking. It is not the will of God for us to be caught up in all these economic woes. It will continue to be like this. So you are the one that will take a quality and a wise decision and take advantage of what is happening. So I'm not going to say too long here. The Nigerian economy at the moment is really, really, really good. My friend that said he doesn't want to buy a land 2015 August is now scrambling to buy land. Of course, there's no 600,000 naira land in that area anymore, unless somebody wants to buy a fake land from Omoline. So okay, so take advantage. If you need to discuss with me privately, my WhatsApp number is +44. Let me put it here on the forum. +44. Just bear with me. +44 782. Bear with me. 554 3535. So that's my WhatsApp. That's my WhatsApp number. Okay. Now, you do not need to panic, please. We're not running away with people's money. If you need my service, you need a consultant, you can engage me. If you need to, you can subscribe to this channel. I'm always on air every Sunday, if not 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and I'm always live on for 1 hour or relatively over 1 hour. I've been on air for 1 hour 21 minutes now. This video, you can rewatch it. I think YouTube, they will process it for half an hour, for 30 minutes. It doesn't show on my list of video immediately. It comes up by the time you come back in 30 minutes or 1 hour's time. You can rewatch the video. For those of you who are not part of the beginning of the video, you can rewatch it in the next 30 minutes. It will appear on my channel, because they just want the video. What YouTube does, they want to process and check it whether it is something that is not right, or something that it is violating some of their community guidelines. So if you can come back here in 30 minutes or 1 hour, it will have been processed, they will have vetted it, and when they release it, you can watch it. So this is encouraging. You don't have to panic. We're encouraging people to forget about the past, that somebody has messed you up, taking your money and do a runner. Told you of a friend who was trying to do a decking, gave a carpenter 400,000 or 500,000 naira to go and buy wood for the decking, and then the next day they can't see the man disappeared with 400,000 or 500,000 naira. The wood was not. We can't get him on the phone. They can't get him on anything. So he's gone. But the man he did not stop the man from building his house. He carried on building. So when you want to do your anything, do a check on Google. Look at people's projects they have done. Ask people like us, consult people like us, will help you. However, when you have a contractor that's already doing the work for you, don't let them recommend tradesmen like bricklayer, like plaster, like tiler, like anything, because what they do, they know the tricks of the trade. They go behind and tell them to put money on top. I've helped people on this forum. People was quoted 7.5 million naira for a project. In the end, when we start scrutinizing some of the materials that they are overpriced or overinflated, we helped the gentleman to save about 2.5 million. So this forum is good. I invite your friends next Sunday and come here. If you like the show, please subscribe. Please write good comments. Okay. And on this note, I want to say goodbye to you. Like I said, if you want to rewatch, you can come back to this channel. The video will be available by then in 30 minutes or in an hour. So YouTube will have vetted it to see whether it has violated any of the guidelines. On this note, I would like to say thanks for being part of it. Thanks for your contribution. Thanks for your audience, and thanks for supporting me and encouragement comments. I believe that we'll all have a positive week, a week of progress, a week of positivity, and do not stop doing the good things that you are doing. We will all together arrive there. We're all here to better our lives, to improve our lives, and don't do what is not right. You keep doing what is right. keeping the Nigerian flag flowing. Well, the Nigerians are very good. They are very warming. They are law abiding, and they are very hardworking. And you and I know that the hardworking ones, sometimes if they don't prepare very well, plan very well, they get into wrong hands. This is what we are trying to prevent on this show. So until I see you again next Sunday, this is your, bear with me, until I see you again next Sunday, this is your host. My real name is Damola, and my channel name is Larido. Keep the solidarity and the loyalty, and God bless you until we see again on Sunday. And if I have anything, if you need anything for me to come on air midweek, I could do that. So until I see you next Sunday, keep working hard, keep doing what you know how to do best. We'll together get to our destination. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye bye.